Good morning, everyone. It's James here. I'm still on the road, as you can see by the background. And I did a live stream yesterday. It didn't work out all that well with the internet connection in the sleepy coastal town. So the image of my face wasn't great, but you could see the charts clearly. So I'm just going to do a quick recap of what we talked about and new trade positions. So let's start with the dollar. You'll see the dollar's ticking up a wee bit. And it's interesting because often the dollar does this when there's war or rumors of war, and it's moving up a wee bit. I still think eventually we're going to get further down into the blob down below, and that might be the bottom somewhere in that region in the low 90s, but it's just poking up a little bit today. Could be because of the weekend, the potential for war this weekend. Now, on this page, I've also got Meta, Avgo, Palantir. You can see I'm hedged on Palantir, Microsoft. I'm looking to get long on these again, although I'm hedged, but I am still long on Avgo and Circle, and I'm looking to get long on TSM, and then going across to the NASDAQ. I've just added new longs onto the NASDAQ this morning, and the S&P. So we're now a little bit longer on the NASDAQ, about 20% size, just doubled up there. Same on the S&P, and I think we're going to break out through the top. In fact, I think today could be a big up day across various asset classes, including equities. So I've added a little bit more to the long side on the NASDAQ, and the S&P we got right at the bottom there a few days ago, and have a slightly higher up position too. I'm also long on the German 30, that's going quite well, although we are at the top 200 period Bollinger Band, we may have to just take a rest here, and a little bit of a point of control there. But I think if everything else has a good day, including US equities, German 40-30 will be carried up with it. I have a few other names that I'm interested in or long on. That's MSTR, Tesla, Coinbase. I'm still hedged on that one. And Nvidia. Bitcoin, I've really got nothing to say. It is trying to find a bottom, but we're still within this very large broad band, and if anything, sloping down. Although we're moving sideways, we've still got lower highs within this band, and we've got the same sort of low, maybe pincering into a corner, if anything, but certainly not good. I have a very small long position within this yellow block, and I've got much larger long positions from 90,000 or 91, and those are all hedged from 89, 87, and 85,000. So those are locked out for now, and I'm trying to rebuild a new position down here. So far, it's not convincing me at all, and I am allowing for a move much further down. And if we follow that red line that you can see on the page, that's the bear flag breakdown target, and that takes us very simply into about $50,000. It really is just a classical technical projection from the flag pole into the flag, and then the top of the flag back down again, down to about 50,000. So we've got to get out of this yellow block, and it looks like it's heading downwards toward the bottom of the yellow block and not the top so far, although there's a little bit of hope here on this 4-hour chart, just ticking up a little bit today. The rest of it will follow suit, so I don't want to carry on too much about that. I've also added a new long position on gold this morning, and I kind of like the way this is ticking up. This is the day chart. It's holding up really well, and I'm not sure if we're going to get this retracement. That's today's latest move. We got long down there. So moving up very, very nicely on gold. And I suppose, there's potential that this could just keep going back up to the top again without getting much lower. We'll see how we go. But at the same time, I'm short on silver. This is a very small position. This one's slightly bigger. The long gold is bigger than the short silver. But I've also got a silver hedge represented by these two arrows, the green and the orange, which I have to unwind at some point. I'm also long on copper. And then natural gas. Well, it really hasn't moved, and I'm waiting for the next thing to happen. We did a live stream yesterday for members. You can go and check out our positions. Basically, I'm long from down here. We're just around about the price that I got long at the last tranche, and we wait to see what happens. I still think that natural gas has a good chance of breaking higher, and we've got all these gaps above us to fill still. But there's the 2.8, 2.7, 2.9 cluster of supports down below us that we might have to retest. So there they are there. So I'm allowing for that. And if we break down much, much below, I suppose, yesterday's low, or maybe even today's low at this point, I'll hedge the entire lot. It's not a big position anyway, and then see if we can get long lower down. My general idea on natural gas is that we're going to be bullish overall, between $3 and $5. It's always a ranged product. It's a commodity. It doesn't move in one direction. And I think the range is $3 to $5 with spikes either way, above 5, below 3 on occasion, but generally about that sort of level. Now, WTI, as I explained in the live stream yesterday, we got out of the short position that we had at the top there, and I hedged some of these short positions lower down, so basically entering a neutral phase. And depending on what happens this weekend, and I think this weekend is what everyone's talking about with Iran and the price of energy, the Straits of Hormuz are in the spotlight. Not so much that Iran's oil is going to make a big difference, but transport through the Straits might be heavily disrupted. So keep an eye on oil. Don't be bag holding shorts if you have them, but keep an eye open for a sharp spike up on war or news of war, and then a sell-off following that. And that's it. I've exited my TLT, taken profit. We got long at 87, got out at 89.5, and I'm long on the US dollars ZAR as well. Every time I trade this and it doesn't go well, I say I'll never do it again, but I always do. So I think we can head back to the smiley face up there, and we've got a little bit of a double bottom here on the RSI and a higher low on the price chart. So that's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. Have a fantastic day. It's Thursday, Friday tomorrow, and by the weekend I think I'll be back in my office and these videos will look normal again, and you'll be able to at least see and hear me much better with a proper studio mic. Take care. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Take care.
Trick the day away. Trick the day away. Yeah. Charts light up, green and red confetti. Fingers twitchy, palms all sweaty. Pound signs flash, ticker tape steady. Portfolio fat, but the stress ain't petty. City boys graph while the coffee's still bitter. Screens glow brighter than the Thames in glitter. Click